Today I want to talk about Psalm 23 because I don't really like the gospel text, if I can be honest. I don't like the idea that somebody was born blind so that the glory of God could be revealed later, and so he had to go through years of blindness. But it's not my gospel, but there's also four readings per Sunday, so I'm going to choose a different one. Psalm 23. Psalm 23 is probably my favorite chapter of the Bible. Psalm 23:6 is my favorite verse of the Bible. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Just 6 verses that we often hear at funerals. Has anyone ever heard Psalm 23 at a funeral? Because Psalm 23 gives us hope and it gives us comfort, but I think it's also a psalm for the living. It's a psalm for those who want to be sheep to the shepherd. And so I want to look at the guidance that Psalm 23 has for us who want to be guided by a shepherd. Now, the Bible is full of difficult things. This morning's adult Sunday school was difficult things that Jesus said. And there are difficult things that are asked of people, Christians, like loving your enemy and turning the other cheek and all those other things that we struggle with. But Psalm 23 is a psalm that is easy in terms of guidance. The things we are asked to do in Psalm 23 are easy. So I hope that you find something here that turns a light on in your mind and say, yeah, I do need to do that. That will make my life better. Because it's easy stuff. I want to start with verse 2 and 3. God bless you. The Lord makes me lie down in green pastures and leads me beside still waters. You restore my soul, O Lord, and guide me along right pathways for your name's sake. You restore my soul, O Lord. You restore my soul. If you're at my house, I used to watch ESPN all the time, but now I watch HGTV and the History Channel all the time. And I love watching restoration shows where houses are being restored or where cars are being restored. And I think it has to do with the house I grew up in. My mother would go to garage sales all the time. She had an antique store, and she'd go to garage sales, and she'd find old pieces of furniture, and she'd buy them and restore them. And she would, has anybody ever stripped paint off old wood? You paint it on, and then, it's such a nightmare, isn't it? But when it's done, it's beautiful and it's restored and it's valuable. It's fun to watch that happen because the reality is everything needs to be restored because time breaks everything down. Anything that's been around a long time needs to be restored, including us. Time breaks us down. And it says, the Lord makes me lie down in green pastures and leads me beside still waters. The easiest way that we can be restored is to lie down and relax, to rest. Our bodies need to rest. Does anyone in here not get enough rest? I do. We need to rest. And what's so great is this is not a suggestion from your pastor who says you should rest. This is not a suggestion from your doctor, even though your doctor would probably tell you you need rest. But this is a commandment from the one who created you, the one who knows your body better than you do or any doctor ever will. This is Sabbath. It's one of the 10 commandments. It's one of the big 10. Remember the Sabbath. Rest. Resting is a spiritual practice. I saw yesterday where somebody tweeted, some days there is nothing you can do more for Jesus than take a nap. Next time you need a nap, say, I am napping for Jesus. I am resting for Jesus because sometimes naps are holy things. Rest to restore yourself. But Sabbath is not just about rest. It's a chance to slow down. And reflect on life. Verse 6, my favorite verse in the Bible. Surely goodness and mercy are following me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. A better translation of the Hebrew is, surely goodness and mercy are pursuing me like a cop pursuing a criminal all the days of my life. Slow down. Let him catch up. So, anybody ever seen the movie Forrest Gump? And when Forrest is playing football for the University of Alabama, and he scores a touchdown and just runs right through the tunnel because he doesn't know when to stop. And so the next time, they all put up stop signs so he knows when to stop. Sometimes we need somebody to put up a stop sign in our life and to say, that's enough. You've gone far enough. Just relax. Just relax. But slowing down also gives us a time to process everything that's been going on in our life, everything that's going on around us. And it's so important to process because at the end of the verse, you restore my soul, O Lord, and guide me along right pathways for your name's sake. Some of guidance comes from reflection. We can learn from our mistakes as we reflect on them. So a couple weeks ago, I told you that I started Weight Watchers. I've been in it about 6 weeks now, and 22 pounds as of this week. Thank you. It's not just the purple that's slimming. I was at my Weight Watchers meeting this week, and I was telling the story about how I've been, like, since I started Weight Watchers, I don't know if I've told you this before, I dream about food now. It's like, seriously. Like, I had a dream this week that I had a Cadbury egg and a hot fudge sundae, and I woke up angry at myself. I'm like, you've already ruined your day. So stupid. And then I realized, oh, it was just a dream. I'm okay. I'm okay. And I told that story. And I talked about how, I've made stupid decisions in the past. And afterwards, this woman came up to me. They don't know that I'm a pastor. She didn't know I'm a pastor. And she says, do not say that you're stupid or that anything you do is stupid. You are created wonderful, and wonderful people don't do stupid things. And I thought to myself, well, you aren't Lutheran, are you? But I need to say that I've done stupid things. I'm not a stupid person. Some might disagree. But I've done stupid things. And I need to reflect on that and learn from it. Let me tell you, going to all-you-can-eat wing night is a dumb decision. Eating 45 wings is stupid. It's impressive. And it was several years ago, but it's stupid. Through reflection, we can learn from our mistakes. Through reflection, we can learn from the examples of others. The members of Abiding Grace, each of you, have given me more than I'll ever give you. I've learned so much from you. I've learned how to be a good friend. It's like every Sunday, and he's not here today, Nolan Clemens. He's here every Sunday, but he's not here today. He always asks me, are you getting enough rest? Not how are you getting enough rest? And no one in my life has ever asked me that before Nolan. And I thought, what a powerful thing to ask somebody, to let somebody know that you really care about them. Are you getting enough rest? I think that's something we can all learn from. We can learn how to be better friends from one another. Learn about being a better parent. Yesterday, thank you to everybody who was here for the property work day, but Lisa Darasaw and I were cleaning out, and several others cleaning out the back storage thing, and we were having a conversation about local school districts, and she told me about how you have to be the advocate for your child. It doesn't matter what school district you're in. Teaching me about how to parent your child through school. Thank you, Lisa. Teaching me how to... She didn't know I was going to say that. I learned something from each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. And most of you I learned like, wow, that's something I really should do. And some of you I learned, that's something I probably shouldn't do. Slowing down gives us a chance to learn from the examples of others. Slowing down gives us a chance to plan, to have a vision, to figure out what's next. I've recently discovered that over the course of the past several years, my plan and vision for our congregation has been to get that done. And by that, I mean the piles of dirt over there. To get that started, to get that done. Last Sunday, I was sitting in a meeting and it came to me, that's what's missing. I don't have a plan for once this is done. I don't know if we have a plan for once the construction project is done. We have to vision out well past that. So this past week, and thank you, Ray Morrell, who's the one who brought that to my attention. So this week at our council meeting, we said, okay, course of the next 9 months, we're putting together a plan, a 5-year plan at the least for Abiding Grace. But again, we're not going to rush into it. We're going to take it slow. So by our January congregational meeting, we'll hopefully have a plan. Sometimes you have to slow down to realize what you have and what you don't have. And slowing down gives us a chance to be grateful for the things that we have. Verse 1, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. I shall not want. Well, that's kind of tough, because I think we all want things. Life is more fun when you want something. I want a lot of things. I'm sure you do too. But as we were talking about this morning's adult Sunday school, I don't really want stuff anymore, but there are things that I want. When Christmas comes around, I have a hard time putting a Christmas list together, but there are certainly things that I want. I want to be a better pastor. I want to be a better preacher. I want to be a better golfer. Right? But in reality, I lack for nothing. I lack for nothing, which is probably a better translation, at least according to our Old Testament expert, Taylor, that the actual Hebrew, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not lack. I don't lack for anything. I have everything that I need. There's nothing that I yearn for right now. For the first time in my life, I am due for an upgrade of my phone. And I said, no, I'm good. I don't need a new phone. I don't need to spend the extra money. I don't know if I'm maturing or if I'm just between things right now, because that's possible. But I feel like I'm in a really good spiritual place because I don't yearn for anything. I don't want anything. I realize that I lack nothing because I've reflected on all that God has given me. Slowing down occasionally and resting help puts life into perspective. Our bodies, minds, and souls can be restored so that we're ready for what's truly important, which is opening our hearts and minds to what God wants for us. The text from today, Jesus says, I am the light of the world. And then Ephesians says, actually, you all are the light of the world. And Peyton, when we baptize you in a couple minutes, we are going to tell you that you are the light of the world and to let your light shine so that everyone may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. But here's the deal, is light can only work if it's connected to power. We've learned that the hard way here during our construction project. If there's no power connected to it, light doesn't work. And our lights shine the brightest when they're plugged in to the power of God's love. Lights powered by God's love can bring healing and comfort. Lights powered by God's love can change lives. Lights powered by God's love will shine forever. Slow down, rest, plug into the Lord, and be restored for this beautiful journey of life. It's easy to do. Just stop for a minute. Take a deep breath and relax. Take a holy nap. Amen.